All right. So I figured out what happened. It's that Unreal Editor is really bad at seeing changes you've made and recompiling changes you've made. So if I go here and I go do all this, so I'm gonna run, I'm gonna build, blah, 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 and it can run and it can compile down here just fine. And it doesn't matter. Unreal doesn't give a fuck. What you really need to do is you need to do as much work as you can in here without actually compiling. You know, your classic, I know I'm right system of software development. And then what you got to do is you hold control. There's four folders. So those four folders I've highlighted there, you got to delete them. If you do that, next time you launch the project in Unreal Editor, it will recompile everything properly and see all your changes. It sucks, but that's how it works. So overall, in theory, we did everything all right last time, and it should have worked if it weren't for that. Because once I did that, I started seeing changes in Unreal Editor. So yeah, where are we? We've got... So because that stuff sucks, I wanted to make sure I wasn't nuts. I did do some work on during the week. I'm going to show you that right now. The first one here is we have another thing added to our character, which is a attribute set. You guessed attribute set. That's a new one. And it's here. And all it does is it adds some attributes to our character that are not like your standard things. And these are associated specifically to the game I'm making. So you can see there's food, mind, drink, and toilet. I'm going to just do this to kind of show you that these are kind of, this is one set. This is one set. So the U property will make it show up as a property in Unreal. And what this is a macro for these four other macros. And what they do is they will add a whole bunch of getters and setters that are visible to Unreal Engine into the class without me having to like do a lot of typing. And if you look at our CSPP, there's nothing in here. There doesn't need to be anything in here because these macros will do that for you. So we've made an attribute set with four attributes. We've got a character that has an attribute set, which is a guest attribute set. In here, we've added some stuff in here in begin play. When the attribute system is there, we will add the attribute set. We'll set it, initialize it there. And I think that's the only other thing that is new. All this stuff is from last time. So if we go to Unreal Editor, and I just noticed I forgot to, whoop, yeah, can't do that in Windows. Okay, so if we go into Unreal Editor, grab it and go like this. We can double click this, and on one of these days, probably Thursday, it'll finally load that up. So you can see now, after I got my little tool chain, my little problem with Unreal Editor fixed, you can see it has the ability system component is there. You can click on it and you can see all these things. And the other thing is you can't see anything in here. I don't think you can. Let me see. You don't see anything in here about, there is an ability system and it says guest attributes, none right now. But if you go in here, you can do a, sorry, food or not. Get attributes, guest attributes, and you can get food, mind, toilet, they're all there to be played around with. Get food, set toilet. Oh, you can't set. Forgot about that. You can't set, and that's what we're going to do today. But we can see the food, and I can stop scrolling so much. Why'd you get a compile error? So I don't have any sets in here. How am I going to set those? Well, we don't just set them. We're going to let's see, game mode. Let's put it in here. Let's put it in characters because this is where they're going to be. I'll live them here. Let's add a folder. I'm gonna go. Sorry. Gameplay effects. Gameplay effects. I'll make a new blueprint class. I'm gonna say it's a gameplay effect. There we go. I'm gonna call it GE. Oh, G. It's gonna be a pain. I don't know if it's like Unreal Engine that does this or Linux that does this, but it can't handle focus very well. GE for gameplay effect, and we're gonna call it getting hungry. One day I'll have I'm making a new keyboard and hopefully I can type better with it. What? Or would have taken a long time. I just made it. All right, GE getting hungry. Let me open this. So now we have a gameplay effect, and this is what can actually change those gameplay attributes. You can't just do a set. You have to use these. So over here, you'll see there's the details. I actually don't know much about the nodes. That's something we'll have to explore later. But I do know you can do stuff like this. You can go, okay, we'll have this last forever. Period. Let's say, oh, we'll use curve 1. Oh, no, let's just say every 5 seconds. Execute periodic effect. Periodic. How should we respond? Period. No, inhibited. Ever reset. So now I'm saying that forever, every 5 seconds, we're going to do this, which is this part here. So we can do I think it's the component. Apply additional effects. If you need to do any like wacky stuff, you can do these. Additional gameplay abilities. How does that work? This isn't actually helping anyone. This is off track. Can I? What's in here? Grant ability. Ability. Ooh, interesting. Oh, let's delete that because that's not why I'm here. I'm here for a basic modifier. If we click on modifier, you can go attribute, and you can change this. So we're going to say that food is going to. So here we go. We've got add base, multiply additive, divide additive, multiply compound, add final, and override. So we're just going to go with multiply to add together first and multiply. So 50% plus 50% equals 100%, and values equals 1.5 plus 1.5 equals 2. Divide, multiply compound, add this value to the final computed result, override the value. We're just going to do base. We've got float, we've got magnify it to the usually I don't actually have a node graph on here, so at least last time but I also upgraded to 5.5 since it came out like the day after my stream last week. So let's see, magnitude calculation type, it's an attribute, custom calculation class, scalable float. Let's just do this. We're going to subtract 10. And that's what we've done. So two things we're going to do in here. So we're going to go to the system ability component. And in here, there's a spot that says default starting, default starting data. I click on this, it'll say I can set attributes, cast attribute sets. And I can say, what's this table? And this is a data table over here. Compile, save. And what does this do? If I close this, go back to here. I've made this data table. To do that, you go into miscellaneous data table, and then when there's a choice for an attribute table, that's what you do with that. To get that, if we open this, it'll be a table. Surprise, it's a table. Well, it would be if it loaded. Here we go. And it had some stuff. Base value, min value, max value. These look cool, but it's not automatic. You have to actually write C++ to handle min value and max value yourself. You'd think that'd be like, obvious because it's like clamp them to those values, but I guess just in case you want to do something different, you can do something different. So for the food, let's say we start at, I don't want to do that. 100. Min value is 0. Maximum value is 100. And we'll do that down the board. I am thinking in the future that the base value that you start with is going to be random. So you might start the game already bored or already hungry, which I think is something you should deal with. Otherwise, you all kind of like, know how long it is before everything goes to hell. So now that it's pointed at this table, So the attribute set is pointing at the ability system component has this table pointed at this attribute set. So when you make it, it should set everything to it we just set it to in the table, as long as the name matches. So you've got the class name and then the attribute, class name, attribute, class name, the attribute. The neat thing about this is that you could like add things for other attribute sets. So for example, one thing I am going to add right now, and we're going to call this new row. New row, there we go. Let's try to call this you murder attribute set dot and then I can set this again 100 100. And so even though this isn't like I haven't made this class, it'll do a matching when you do the load. So when I do create this attribute set and add it to a character that has this attribute set, it will set that default value and I don't have to do anything special. I've already done it here. And then I think the other one, I probably won't implement this anytime soon, but that's not how you spell that. Max value is gonna be oh, is there a max value? Max value of 1 million dollars. There we go. So even though I don't have these attributes created, added to anybody, it should be able to just do a simple pattern match. And then when it comes to a character that has that attribute set and that property, it will set those defaults. Let's see if this actually worked. I would definitely check it out if I could remember. Oh, if I could remember. Oh, if I could remember the command to bring that up, because you can bring it up in debug. Oh my God, I'm so bad at my computer. There we go. Put this back where I came from. I'll take this one and put this here, and then I'll be good. All right, so I need to go show gameplay attribute console command. So there is a console command that lets you do this. Oh, hey, is this it? Somebody actually answer this guy's question, or is he gonna? They're gonna take. Show debug ability system. There we go. We're gonna dump this into a text notepad. Do I have one? I don't know. I don't do that on this computer very much. Papers. Is it utility? No. Text editor. Good enough. Don't take too long. Oh, it's kind of a pain. Okay, paste. So there's that. So if we hop into here, close this. Everything should compile. Let's save, and then we'll run. Did I push run? I can't tell. I've got Christmas decorations all over it. Ugh. I did do it. All right, and then enter console command, and we will. All right, so it didn't work because our ability tags are all 0. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at what's going on there. And by do that, I mean use Google. Unreal Engine gameplay ability system. Default data table attributes. Pretty sure I already had this open somewhere, but huh. That doesn't, is it just me, or is that like not really like giving me any details about that? When creating data asset, choose attribute metadata as a row type, which is what we did. Import data from an external file, populate the table in the editor, which is what we did. Add button. And it is case sensitive, which is we did. Use the add button at the top of the window. All right, well. Let's see if anybody else has a. Ooh. Oh, it's getting. Am I weird that I don't want to watch a video of somebody doing this? Yes, I know I'm making a video of somebody doing this, but that's not the core point. It's about the journey here. Let's see. We've done that part. Is this just another link to the same thing that I looked at? This is all very amazing, complex C++. It's probably not that complex. It just looks complex because they, skipped by it. Oh, it's the same link as here. Should we look at it? Should we take a look? Let's do it quietly. All right, somewhere along here, you're gonna scrub until we find a data table, huh? Is this a data table? No. It does never do it. He's doing it all in C++. Nope. I take that out. It's wrong and I'll complain, right? See, I don't now I don't see any of them. It's like the other one was like, better. Not liking what's happening here. I have a terrible feeling that one of these is, whoops, one of these C++'s is bad. Let's take a look, just in case, because we love C++, right? Um, do you think it's this? I have a weird feeling it's this because I don't feel like if it's not valid, it will never get filled in. And if it's like for some reason we want it to fill in when it becomes valid, right? Um, let's take a look at our. We've been using our examples here. Question is do our examples have attributes? For some reason, I feel like they don't. I know that's a weird thing. And that one, I don't think it has attributes. And then this one. It's a character base. He's putting all his attributes on the character. Is this like, oh, who knows? Let's see if he's got a. Oh, he's got his project is set up a little bit more annoyingly in that all the CPPs are in like another folder structure. Absolutely borderline psychotic in my opinion, but whatever floats his boat. Health, mana. Sometimes do you get the feeling? No. He's doing stuff in here. Why is he doing? Is that these just helper functions for his character abilities or character attributes? In this file, yes, I know. How about in the other file? Where does this get called? Default attributes. Uh, None of these look like the internet. Am I the only one who? Let's start with this. Let's start with this. Hop into, do I have another windows open? No. If we I'm not sure that's the right spot. Let's remove that. I don't know why it's called that. Did I do this? I don't think I did that. I think I'm actually kind of doing it the way I want it. Let me see if somebody got a file type search in here. Guy must have attributes somewhere. Health attributes sets. It's up. Oh, it's over there, huh? All right. So if we go in here, ability system, attribute sets, base. That's what ours looks like. And then he's got this little thing for his clamping. He's just doing clamping here. When we go looking for this guy. Uh, that's interesting. There's your widget. Does it like set it on a guy or not? Do you want to try and do this the wacky way? Let's do this a wacky way. I think I can do this the wacky way. Give me a second. What if I do this? If I am a wacky, I could do a Oh, if I want to be wacky, I could. Think I could do this. I might be wrong. Ooh, that's neat. Let's make a new folder in here. So let's see if this is what my problem is. Okay, I have a thing, variable, nothing, okay, but it exists now in this world. So if I go over here, oh, okay, compile. What now? No, okay. I had to check. I had to check. Guest attributes. All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to close Unreal Engine because I think I have to go back to doing some C++. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to let you change it. Also going to do this. Right? Does that make sense? At some point, he's got to do it. Nope. He doesn't do it ever. What about this guy? He doesn't do it ever. All right. All right. Let's store it on the actor, expose it to the engine. This is the chunk of code that we have. So this isn't like wacky stuff. This is stuff from like, you can edit the actor's blueprint and add the attribute set type to the ability system components starting default data. All right, okay, let's go with this. This happens automatically when you instantiate the attribute set, which you can do in the actor's constructor or during a begin play, as long as the actor's get ability system component function returns a valid ability system component at the moment of instantiation. You can also edit the actor's blueprint and add the attribute set type to the ability system default starting data. A third method is instruct the ability system component to instantiate the attribute set, which will then register automatically, as in this example. So what does ours look like? All right, let's roll with this, and let's force a recompile. Oh, that's the wrong button. Save that. Yep. All right. And then we'll open this up. I also changed the main menu for that so that it would let me double click. It's redoing a bunch of stuff in there. That's good. We just have to wait. We know it loaded. There it is. Yes, I do. So now we'll do a proper rebuild of all this stuff. One day. Probably Wednesday. We know we opened it. We just gotta wait. So we've got this here. What does it expect me to put this? Third method, instruct the ability system component to instantiate the attribute set, which will register it automatically. I feel like oh. I feel like that should be how it looks, right? Doing that while it's trying to recompile probably isn't the greatest idea, but whatever. We'll see if that helps. Eh? This is the worst part because it just kind of sits here for a while. That's as close as what it looks like on the Epic website. So yeah, so a lot of what we were seeing before was this stuff about making these. Like in theory, you don't have to do any of this. But that's what gives us our blueprint. It's nodes for those attributes. At this rate, it should be done by next week. Do you think it was me editing that thing in the middle of the build? I think I could close it. Let's do it. Let's be. Oh, that doesn't help. Oh, we got past 32. Now it should be fine after this. I guess it's just loading like plugins. So neither of these guys in these examples use this, despite it being clearly in here. So now I'm really curious how they're setting it up. If they're even like bothering to like set attributes in code, if they're doing purely through blueprints. But since I've opened up that to not be a to be readable, though it can't be readable because it's a const. I made it a const here too, so I can't like really argue with it. Oh yeah, that's what I want to do. So yeah, we're back. And it's gonna do this, and then it's going to want me to I'm gonna ignore that for now. Still nothing in there. And if I go like this, oh, save. I find it weird how like Steam will forget that I exist for a while and just kind of like, do you want to know what everybody's doing now? So let's see. Guest attribute set. Gonna double check that I know how to spell. I might not. Pretty sure I do, but yeah, that's right. Food, drink, find. And we'll grab our input HLODs. Sure, it's a button for me to do that. But I'm not working on that right now. Zero, 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 zero. Zero, 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 zero. All right. I shrunk it, and then I lost it. There it is. There's secret column. I know. Base values here. 100, 100, 100. Again, this guy has a totally different way in the constructor. This is probably the best way to do it. Like, what am I going to do? I think that's kind of a dumb way. This is probably. How did I? That's the worst copy paste of all time. And then we should just do. It's the only thing that makes like logical sense, right? And then this thing will just we'll do this very complex operation here, and then we will have deep regrets. That's not what I meant to do. Hold on. No. I need that one. That one I need. There we go. It's back. Hello. Welcome back. All right. I need to delete the other ones. We'll reopen the project. Start that part. And somewhere on here, it will say, do you want to recompile? We just have to kind of wait for it. Okay, I'll wait for that to rebuild. If anybody has a better way of getting these to rebuild without me having to do that, that'd be appreciated. Though I find that when I was searching around, it's kind of like, well, it works for me, which isn't very useful, especially, well, it works on my Windows machine, on which this is not. So I'm sure if you use it for work, you'll just use what you need to use. It makes sense. But I don't use this for work. My work computer is a Windows machine, but it's a Microsoft shop. So, and we don't make video games. Let's wait around for a little bit. While I'm at it, I'm just going to, yes, it's almost like I don't think I need that one. We should delete that one we can, but this, I think we did good work there and there. And there. Oh no. That's a new one. Let's take a look. Um, that's fine. Let's smash this. So it always complains about like .NET not being found, but when you do the actual like compile, it uses like Linux tools when you have the Linux version of Unreal Tournament, so or Unreal Engine. So it's kind of like a shitty message to throw at somebody. I'm unknown type. Unknown type. Unknown type. I cannot argue with that. Assessment. Anything else that I need to do while I'm here? Don't know. Let's go again. I'm kind of worried it's gonna, because I'm on 5.5 and I got upgraded from the 5.4 last week. Okay. I'm just gonna try and rerun it. Maybe that's all it needs. Yes. And while we're doing that, what did it change for me here? Oh, you're right. That's not like I need to type there, don't I? I need to type there. Where's our example from Unreal? Unreal. This one was just on the internet, right? But when we look at this one, it's templated. January. Oh well. Yeah, we got farther than last time. This shit. It's a little bit, I mean, I am all for this stuff. Um, wow. Whoa, that's bonkers. But it makes sense. You say, oh, I'm gonna load the game and then load the numbers from the internet because I have a live service. Buck wild, guys. No, you don't. You're watching me. You're not sick of videos yet. This guy is, well, I mean, it's, it's one of these, not dude in my YouTube channel link. So they're gonna make sure you understand what's going on there. Um, I'm kind of sad that this doesn't have much of an example to it, but I guess you would call Epic and they could charge you for that. I've been in fake open source for a while. Yes, it's all open. We don't understand it? Well, we can help you with that for a small fee. Do we even need to open that? Are we just gonna... Okay. Oh, get this. Get this. There's a thing in there now. All right. What if we just go then? What if we go? Okay, there's this. I don't know why it's upside down. Um, I don't remember the button to like... Wait. And it told me when I pushed go, didn't it? It says click for mouse control. Okay, I don't know. We've got 2 on here now. Is it because I've added it in the blueprint as well? Let's see. We've got 2 in there, but it doesn't help because it still doesn't set the defaults. All right, so we've got 1, but we've got no default values. I'm gonna say, like, we're gonna just make sure that we know how this works. By adding this on here anyways. Because we can still add it on here, right? No, that's not where it goes. Okay. Event begin play. We've got our setting up the controls. Let's yeah. And there we go. And that's not it. That's not what we want. That's the one we want. Gameplay effect class. Getting hungry. And we're going to do that after we set up our thing. Can compile and save. Can run this. We can get our command, can look up one day how to, like, you know, make that a button. Nothing's happening over here. Nothing is happening, guys. Oh, that's interesting. Told me that after the fact. All right. So say that this was empty. Empty, guys. Empty. Let's do this. Is it a timing issue? Can I push play from here? No, I can't see anything. Play. Get my magic. False is valid. False. So it never populates, which would explain why this stuff never works. That's no good. Let's see if our this is the same attribute set, right? Yeah. Let's go with Unreal Engine gameplay attribute system component. It'll be in here somewhere. So we do that, don't we? We do that. In here. Somewhere down here. There it is. Okay. Ability system component, ability system component. That's what we've got here. Sorry, not that one. Here. Yes. No, you haven't like made that yet, have you? No, simple way of. So we've got that. We've got this. Ability system component. We've got that. We've got that. And it doesn't have the part where we add it to the thing. See why they have like all these weird things about like how do you set this up? No, let's go look at this guy again. And we're gonna look at it as character base. Doesn't have it there. And he doesn't have it there. And he doesn't have it here because he does wacky stuff. I can't just start doing like fucking do normal shit, you know what I mean? Because he's storing it in his player state. But even his player state looks exactly like my player state. View custom ability system component. Right? That looks the same. Tell me that's not the same. It's not custom, it's the base one. And yeah, it's just ability system component. Let's use his and see what happens. Don't think promise this is in C++. Is valid. and it's always false. So the ability system component never gets filled in properly, which is a bad. Oh, excuse me. It's trying. One can always dream, right? Oh, that's not even the one I wanted to open. I have curiosity to do that, like, do anything amazing in here. I did that. Oh, 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 oh. Don't know what that's about. Change some folders. Yeah, that's not. Oh, I think it's locked up. My dog is having dreams. Oh, no, there we go. It's just being slow. To wreck my day. It's definitely trying to something. Close this window. Close all of it. You Unreal Editor. That did close. Let's just try and close Unreal Editor. We probably should anyways, because the hell with it. Go away. Thank you. All right. Added a whole bunch of shit, huh? Hopefully some of it like makes it compile. All right. Let's try this again. And then we'll do the same thing that we were doing before, where we like okay, so we did the thing, we deleted the thing, and why is this guy coming? Yeah, I know that's my computer being garbage. We deleted the thing, and we're gonna force it to go and redo everything again. Excuse me. And I'll show up one day. There it is. Yes, please. Rebuild my project. That's all I want to do out of you, is to actually rebuild a project. Look how much it did. It's all in like here, which is like, I don't know, it's like VS Code. And the weird thing is that's all like, it's like, this is important things for like compiling, and it's like ignored. There it goes. Can't be ignored if it's asking me to stage them. So anyway, there you go with that. Admittedly, this one doesn't actually make sense. Will I save it before Unreal Editor comes back up? Sure. Not gonna break anything. It's taken a while. We do have the attributes on there, I think. Some sort of attributes. It's not getting, the ability system component isn't being initialized properly because we've got that little tick, that debug printing out whether it's valid or not. And it's not, which would explain why it's not updating it, but it's got the attribute set and it's just like doing that. So it's the at system component that we've got to figure out how it has it showing up in a real editor, all right, but not, oh my God, there we go, but not in the game itself. That's the big question. Like, why is that a thing? That doesn't mean that that compiled, I guess. Oh, 35%, that's the worst spot. All right. While we're at it, let's do a couple of things I want to read. um, these are all Lyra related. I'm not using the Lyra base for any of this. Making his why is he making his own? That seems dumb when it exists and it doesn't do anything special. Why why would you like do that to yourself? Why? See, this is why I don't like about some of these folks. They're like, so okay, why are you inheriting from it? You know what I mean? If he's got like, here's our guy here, but he's doing like wacky stuff. He has a reason to be like inheriting it. You know what I mean? Let's look at our guy here. Does he make his own? He does. What does he do in it? He does stuff in it though. He does stuff in it again. And in his, why does he do it this way? Now he's lost me. There? No. Characters, abilities, gameplay ability, system component. So he's also got special things in here. He has a reason for doing that. I have no reason to do that. So why would I inherit from the original? Why do I need my own class? Let's keep going. Somebody's gonna have it. We're gonna look at that one. Hello, welcome back. Oh my god, unreal. What? Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, so is there any spot where he makes a new one? No. I think he's using a basic one. This guy here is suspicious. That is why I wrote in there, right? Paste. Hey, that loads in a reasonable time. It better. I did all the pre-compiling. I take it back. It's still taking a while. See, now we got two, right? Why do we have two? Because it did it wrong. I have a terrible suspicion that that guy is right, and you have to like restart it. Let's just in case, let's try that and see what happens. I hate the concept, but maybe horrifically it might be right. I'd be so sad if that's right, if that's true. This one only has one. It says introduced in guest character. And the other one And you can see why, because fucking I got so much in there. And this one, oh, 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 there we go. This one says introduced in. Can I delete it? No. This one says introduced in BP guest character. Compile it. Will that fix it? Maybe I'm nuts. Maybe it is there twice. Gonna close this just in case.
How's it going?
I don't know. Kind of sucks.
It's going to.
Well, I made some changes and now I go into the Unreal Editor and it has all my old stuff and the new stuff, which is bad.
Oh, weird. So it's clear out.
Which is weird because to get it to restart, I deleted everything.
Oh.
So it's kind of like
I
very.
wonder if it has like a cache or something.
I deleted the folder literally called cache.
Oh no, and so maybe it has a spare cache.
And somehow it still has it. And now I can't like close it all. So I've only been here 3 hours and it crashed. My computer crashed 3 times and it took 24 hours to do that. So we'll just enjoy the infinite there for a bit. Let's see if we have any of our references still open. So I'm pretty sure we're in so like the weird realm of like Unreal Engine hates you. Let's just close all of these. I'm not. I don't know why I need that open. All right. It's the long pause at 35%.
You need a chocolate break?
No, I'm online. I'm always online, but you know what I mean. Ugh. One day I'll figure out what's happening at 35% and I'll be able to like make it go fast for once. Nobody knows how to use gas despite it being like the core of everything Epic has done for like years. See, has that the see that's the thing. That's like, wow, it wasn't even loading my project. It was just the engine because I'm dumb. All right. Lucky it won't take as long, the 35% mark, because I just loaded it. One day I'll figure out what this means. Submitting global shader DCC request. It's my computer. You can do what you like. Go ahead. You don't have to request anything. One thing that sucks right now is when they moved over to Fab, you can't get projects off of it um, through this guy here. Oh, it still has to. Look at this. There's some bull. This is some bullshit. And as you can see, there's enough shit in there that I don't want to redo it, right? Let's see if we can do it classic. Nope, that guy. Classic. clear and redo. Newton, leave it. Dogs aren't allowed to go into the treat bag by themselves. Just staring at it. I can't go into the bank by myself. Dogs can't go into the treat bag by itself. We don't even have the Unreal logo show up, but that's for the compile. So let's just let it sit for a bit. This kind of sucks. This is week 2 of me doing things and having nothing work. And then I have to work on it in a week. And then it works then. And then I come back on Sunday night to stream and nothing works then. It's dumb and idiotic. And why is this how Unreal has to work? You know what I mean? But also what you get out the other side, sure. Would it be better if I used my laptop, which is Windows? Maybe. We know it's doing something because some of these folders filled in while we were looking at it. Anyways, if you go on here and you try and do so this is like, oh yay, it's great, it shows you everything, it teaches you these things. I can add it to my library, I believe. It wants me to sign in, too lazy. Sure. Go to your library, but the library doesn't like exist on Linux. So you get this weird thing of like, oh, okay. Let's see if anybody has any oh, no. We need to like, all I want is like a tutorial in here, and it doesn't even have that. Anyways, it makes it really annoying because you can't get any projects off of here anymore. Because you have to use the Unreal, the Epic launcher. Now, if you're keen, you might have noticed I have one somewhere. Do I have one somewhere? No, I don't have one. I thought I had one somewhere, but nope. But that puts it. That's in Proton, which is in Wine, which is so it's going to download it to a weird place I can't get at. So it doesn't really help at all, right? 35%? Yeah, still 35%. still there. That sucks because I've got like other stuff in here. Can I copy paste stuff? What do you think? More importantly, does the other one do what I want? So if I close this and then let's grab this and then yes, please, full blueprint editor. So I can go like this. Print string is game. Oops. This is valid. No, that's the opposite. I want the other one. Is oh. It's trying to do things because it thinks it's my friend. Okay. Blueprint is valid. Function, return value, string, do the conversion. Thank you. Compile. Save. And then what we'll do is in this level, in the game, we're going to say that we're going to use the new one. All we want to do is see if that one actually sets itself properly. If it does, we'll have to transfer everything over from the old one, which sucks because I don't know how much, like, at what point do you go, oh yeah, I have all this shit in here and it's going to break? That would suck. So could come down to I have to like separate it out, maybe? I mean, the answer to every computer science problem is another layer of abstraction. So I separate it out into another component. I add that component to the character, but then the character doesn't have its own. It has like something else. It's also false on this guy. So it doesn't help. It doesn't help. It stays not false. All right, so we've got a, actually, I'm going to set back to our original because even though it's a little bit buggered, I think I can work with it better than the other one. So it still doesn't set the it still doesn't set the gameplay component the way that it's supposed to. And then this guy, I'm going to delete that. That's the thing that we're going to have to look at. Because if it doesn't set that properly, then the rest of it doesn't really work. And it's probably why we get all those zeros and doesn't know what to do with it, despite us putting the gameplay effect on and setting those default values. It just doesn't know what to do because the thing that actually makes that all work hasn't been initialized. So that sucks. And maybe I'll take this away because it's getting kind of like annoying. I'll probably fix it tomorrow afternoon because that's how these things seem to be going. Yeah, we'll get this going at some point. At the very least, we've got character moving around, and we've got an attribute set that does what an attribute set is supposed to do. So that's good. And it seems to have all those proper attributes. We just have to get them set up properly on load, which is dependent on that ability system component. All right, I'm gonna hang up now, and hopefully this wasn't a complete waste of all of our time.